Hello and welcome to a very, very special edition of Mike and Dave's Hi-Fi Riff. I'm Mike Evans.
And I'm David Price.
And David, would you like to do the honours and just say why this is such a special Hi-Fi Riff?
We're millionaires, Mike.
Because we're millionaires, Rodney.
Yes.
Because we're millionaires, it's the truth. I've never felt more like a millionaire in my entire life, I have to say.
If you find one, let me know.
Yes, no, sure. But no, it's a brilliant moment, and we really are, because we've hit an incredible milestone in Hi-Fi Riff history.
Yes.
And we've achieved 1 million views.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd ever do that.
I didn't think people had that much time to waste. So
I remember when we started, and it's funny because I remember we were in a pub near your house in Wiltshire, not the Hi-Fi pub, but the other one around the corner from you. Yeah. And we met up for our occasional sort of get together and a beer. And I said, I think there's some mileage in doing some YouTube videos, and this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I remember you were working for Noel Keywood at the time.
Yes.
And I said, do you think Noel would be up for doing some video reviews?
Yeah.
And it kind of planted a seed, I think, didn't it?
Yeah.
And I remember sort of saying, who could we get to do it and what could we do? And I remember you saying, why don't we just have a crack at it?
Yeah.
And that's really how it started, wasn't it? And I also remember saying to you, no one's going to watch it, but who cares?
Yeah.
Because as long as we enjoy doing the rubbish which we churn out every week, then that's
Speak for
great.
yourself, Mike.
I know you don't enjoy it. No, but in all honesty, I do enjoy it, and it's great fun, and I'm very privileged that you enable us or me to be in a position to get some amazing hi-fi products because of your day job. And I'm thrilled to bits to be able to sort of have occasional bits of kit come in to listen to, which is fantastic. Kind of my that sort of died and gone to heaven moment. But for anyone else to think would actually be interested in watching this was beggars belief. And what have we ended up with? 1 million views, and the people who we very affectionately call Hi-Fi Riff Raff.
Yes. Not our word, actually.
It wasn't, was it? I can't remember who came up with that.
Mr. Farrow.
Pete Farrow from English Acoustics.
That's right.
Brilliant. Who does those beautiful valve amps based on the original leaks. Yeah. Bit of a plug there, Pete. You see, we're good at this.
Mike wants to borrow one.
Yeah, of course I do. So. Of course I do. But no. So we have this incredible sort of a sort of band of brothers, if you like, who seem to be as crazy as we are.
Yeah.
Talking and enjoy talking about hi-fi from yesteryear and modern products things. I think it's not without people who don't quite understand us, and we get people who call us occasionally strange things, which is absolutely fine, of course. No issue with that whatsoever. But I've got to say, generally speaking, the best bit for me about doing Hi-Fi Riff is looking at the comments and reading the comments, and we get some belters. Look, first of all, cheers, mate. 1 million. Incredible. Cheers. Incredible. That's just fantastic. Yeah, okay. Well, when in Rome.
Absolutely.
But the best bit is looking at the comments.
Yeah.
So what I've done, just for a bit of fun, and this is primarily a thank you video to everybody for watching us 1 million times, which is sort of bigger than the population of Albania or something.
Well, if I may,
you go for it. Yes.
So I've been doing some calculations.
Uh-oh.
So if you think the average length of our riff are about 20 minutes.
Yes.
That's 20...
Unless we do a Christmas special, which is 20 hours.
That's 20 million minutes.
Your maths, you see, that's why you're clever and I'm not. I'd never worked that out.
That's a lot of time to waste.
I wouldn't have read that in 20 million years. It is. What I've done, and you don't know about this, because I haven't shared this with you. What I've done is I have don't look, you don't cheat. I've just printed out some of the comments from the last 48 hours.
Okay.
Because I want to give you a flavour of the sort of comments which we get, because they're such fun, and I don't want to sort of have to go back into the Annals of Time.
Okay, pardon.
Mm-hmm.
What's that scribble?
That's
there,
my
Mike?
scribble because I missed one, and it's my first one.
Sorry,
that's
your handwriting.
Yes,
Sorry.
it has not. A spider has died on the page.
Yeah.
My first one is whenever we release a riff.
Yeah.
Within 1 second.
Yes.
We always get a good evening, chaps.
Yes.
From who we affectionately call KJBB.
Yeah.
Which is KJ Bunny Boiler.
Yep.
Thank you. Good
Thank
evening.
you,
Welcome.
KJ Bunny Boiler.
And it's so nice of you to be, to comment within a second every single time.
Yes.
Which is amazing. So
sounds like
lad.
the kind of guy who'd nice to have a drink with.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Apart from he's called Bunny Boiler, which maybe we're.
I don't even know what that means.
He watches Hi-Fi Riff. Yeah. I've got a few comments which I'm just gonna share with. Eddie Baby. Eddie Baby says, and I love this. They're like a double act. So we're not a double act. We're just like one. So okay, right. Good, nice. Yep. Nadie C compares you to Ronnie Corbett on the chair.
Oh right, with my stories that I sometimes do.
Yeah, you like Ronnie Corbett.
Okay.
I think that's good.
I think I'm taller. I think I'm taller than him. So
yes, I'm sure you are. Yes,
I just like to point
Ronnie
that out.
Ronnie Corbett and my midget would go really well together.
They would.
Yes, they would. It'd be a perfect match.
That's a car, by the way, folks.
Yes, sorry.
If you're not,
sorry. Yes. Otherwise, Ronnie probably not.
Don't phone the social services
or Ronnie Corbett. And on the back of this, this lovely sort of analogy, because somebody else said we were like Morecambe and Wise.
Yes.
Which I just brilliant. There's a great comment from John Ricketts who said, "You're playing all the right speakers, but not necessarily in the right order," which I thought was just inspired. Just brilliant.
That's very deep and meaningful.
It is. Yes. It is. Glenn was a man.
Right. Pardon?
Glenn was a man.
Right. Say that again, Mike.
No. Said he's obviously been watching the wrong channel. He said, "Fab vid, good humour, mixed with an in-depth, intelligently constructed review. You two slay all others who do what you do." He's not watching, because he clearly doesn't watch Hi-Fi Riff, does he?
I don't think he's talking about us.
Rule of records. This is literally in the last day or so.
Yes.
Not many hi-fi channels compare sounds to dentist drills. This is usually done on more adult-orientated media. Then he goes on to say, "Always 30 minutes well spent. Best regards from Cologne." So there we are. Don't know what adult-orientated media he's referring to at all. Top Gear, maybe. Quite. Joke head. Anyway. Adam Pole. I don't really know why YouTube continues to allow this constant exposure of sockets. Is this really a family-friendly channel? It's a fair point. I just
raise a glass to you.
And who was it called me the socket botherer? I mean, heavens above.
You are unusually interested in them, I have to say.
I'm moving on. Scott Bernard.
Yeah.
Sloppy, boomy bass, shrill highs. What's not to love?
A JBL L82 fan then.
It was the JBLs, you see. Especially if you're a headbanger, he says. Brilliant. And somebody else on the JBL riff, who's Analog Man. Good name. JBL stands for Just Bloody Loud. And he says, "Another great riff, guys. Yours is far and away the best hi-fi channel on YouTube." Again, he's not seen us. You can tell by the comment he's never actually seen us. There we are. You made a comment on when we were talking about the paper cones on the JBLs, and you made a comment about them. And Philip De Silva has picked up on this because you said it's stiff, it's hard, it works, it does the job. And just saying, because on the back of that, Owen O'Neill has now got a new ringtone. Using your comment, and
this is getting quite worrying.
I know, right? And then the next person has commented saying it's stiff, it's hard, it works. That's what she said. But the really funny thing about this is the person who's commented that their name is Mr. Bone, Norman Bone. I mean, anyway. So moving on, changing tack. Let's get away from that pretty quickly.
Smut.
Let's get away from that smut and midgets and Ronnie Corbett. The thing which actually we do talk about probably way too much. I
This is what happens, Mike. When I leave an episode to you, we just end up in a like a sort of a mass of filth and smut.
Mitigation.
Litigation.
So,
absolutely.
The one thing which I am definitely guilty of, and not you but me, is talking way too much about my favourite band, who are Rush.
Okay.
And GR328 says, "Rush again, lads, really?" And I totally get it. Okay.
So I just have to say,
it's everywhere.
I had to move a magazine to sit down.
Yeah.
So
we've got stuff everywhere, and there's album covers on the wall and all sorts of things. So GR328, I totally understand. That's my fly-by-night jigsaw you've just broken. Okay.
So I had to move this to be able to put my phone down on the table.
Quite. But look, Nige Savage has just had a very lovely retort to this. Nige, I'm loving you. A riff with Geddy Lee would be the most awesome event for this channel. Not just for this channel, Nige. Just, you can delete for this channel. A riff with Geddy Lee would be the most awesome event. There we are, you see.
Right. Well,
then guess what?
Mike is reading.
We've got Ged's book here, yeah. And he says, "I really hope you make it happen."
This is what I have to deal with, folks.
I went to see Ged do the book signing for this. He did this like town hall event. It was amazing, and he spoke. And he had this special guest turn up, and the special guest was Alex Lifeson. Oh my God! I nearly died.
There we go.
I'm going to do.
Isn't it? That's you. You're a super fan.
I'm going to do just one more Rush quote, and we're done. I promise we're done. And it's from Jeff Stockton. And Jeff Stockton comes up with a brilliant one, because we found out that Geddy Lee buys his name audio amplifier equipment from a hi-fi shop in Toronto called Hi-Fi Faux Fum.
Pardon?
Mm-hmm. And Jeff Stockton says yes, but does Geddy have the original name Nate box? Jeff Stockton, Hi-Fi Riff champion. I love it. I've got a belter here from Hi-Fi, and we're nearly finished, by the way. I've got a couple more.
I'll tell you what, I'm nearly finished.
You're nearly finished. You just need
I'm going to the freaking pub if you don't get off Rush and start talking about other stuff.
You'll love this one. Okay. Hi-Fi Junkie. Okay, great name.
Yes.
Great name. Okay. HJ Hi-Fi Junkie says, "We so needed this channel back in the 80s." But we did, didn't we?
Yes.
We needed this in the 80s. This would have been brilliant. We would have watched this in the 80s. And HJ Hi-Fi Junkie, that's exactly why we're doing it now, because this is what we would have loved to have done. So, on the money, my friend, on the money. And there's also worryingly called something attractive marketing or something. You're going to get caught for insider trading on eBay, which I probably wholeheartedly agree with. My final one.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just going to read this out.
All right.
I love this.
And then the Hi-Fi pub.
And then we're going to the pub. We're going to the pub to celebrate you guys watching us talk crap. Alan Jacobs.
Us?
Alan Jacobs, 9216. I'm going to read this out. Here I was in Corfu at 3 a.m, suffering with a specifically imported UK flu virus, courtesy of visiting relatives and dosed up to the eyeballs. I couldn't sleep. I'd become slightly constipated due to the flu cure.
Mike, where is this going?
Due to the flu cure blocking all bodily functions, and the night loomed long and mournful before me. It's lovely so far.
You wandered lonely as a cloud.
Don't you just yearn for change? It's fabulous. Anyway, that's from Bottom, by the way, Rick Mail, just in case you didn't know that.
Right. I thought that was Keir Starmer.
Thank you, yes. Then I spotted the latest Hi-Fi Riff video lurking at the top of the YouTube subscription page. Why not, I thought. I can't feel any worse. How wrong was he? 21 minutes later and the world is spinning beautifully again. You two and your little smiley boy, I'm assuming that's Jessica, have done the trick.
You didn't need to read that bit out. It's rude.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
One of our guests, Mike, he won't come back again now, will he?
Have done the trick.
So, that's our tame speaker designer, by the way.
Brilliant. The Smiths,
sorry, Jez,
Scritti Politti and Micro Disney all get a mention. I've got them all on vinyl with an extended Miles Davis solo on Scritti Politi's Oh Patty single. I can safely say that all my problems are behind me now. Thanks, guys. That's why we do it.
Well, I'm speechless for the first time in my life.
That's why I do it.
And that's just a random sample of the comments that popped up in the last few days, I think. So,
we do get people slag us off as well.
We do.
Our clothes, what we wear, our music taste.
Well, I can't see why.
Our music taste. We get called snobs.
Yeah.
Who's your pal David Thingy from MCRU?
Oh, David Brooke.
He called us cheesy.
Did he?
He called us cheesy to our faces at a hi-fi show.
He's from Yorkshire.
Do you know the one thing which we've never been called, which I'm shocked about?
Is clever, good, knows what we're on about?
Deaf.
Deaf.
No one's called us deaf yet.
Pardon?
Yeah, I heard that, pardon. Anyway, that will come, I'm sure. Look, in the meantime, we need to say thank you, don't we?
Yes, I if I may get a word in edgeways here.
It has been a bit like that.
So, this has been quite an amazing thing for me, because I've been writing, obviously, in magazines for many years, and now very, very proud to be with StereoNET Online. And so, to do this on video was I think quite difficult for me at first, because when I'm normally reviewing stuff, I'm kind of my head to my fingers to my keyboard, and I write an article. So it was actually quite difficult for me to put everything I thought into words via my mouth. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I was sort of nervous, a bit trepidatious, and so on. And I think the first few videos for me looked like a hostage video. So I'd been kidnapped by Saddam Hussein in the Gulf War or something. So so it was a bit weird, but it's turned into a lot of fun. It
has. Yeah, and we haven't got any better.
No, no, we haven't.
Our production values are still in minus figures.
But I'm normally if I ever say anything nice to Mike, I'm being sarcastic. But genuinely, thank you, Mike. It's been great working with you, if you can call it work. And it's been really nice. It just feels, it's a nice sort of vibe, isn't it? And I think many of our viewers excuse our rank amateurism. Because there's a kind of warm and friendly vibe, and that's all right. We're just doing this for fun,
100%. And we don't take ourselves at all seriously.
No,
we really don't.
Thank heavens for that.
No, exactly. So, and do you know what? You're have been for a long time. One of the leading journalists in the industry, and it's amazing that you just do this just for a laugh. So all your credibility could have been destroyed quite easily. Just sitting on the sofa with me. But anyway, look,
you're very kind, Mike. I'm not sure if that's completely sincere, but we'll find out in the pub in a minute.
Yeah, but I'll buy you a pint. That's where it's going. You see, that's where all that was going. You could tell. Yeah. But look, here's to the next million. Thank you so much. Yes. Cheers, kid.
Cheers.
Amazing.
Thank you.
We'll see you at the next one.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.